Hi guys, thanks for watching Food with Len. Today we're going to make a homemade Big Mac sandwich. It's almost a Big Mac. It does not have the sesame seeds on the top bun. But hey, that works for me, so that's what we're making. And everything else is pretty much the same way as McDonald's would make it, so let's get started. In this video, I'm just going to make a homemade Big Mac. Now it's going to be pretty close to a Big Mac, but it's not actually going to be a Big Mac because I'm not using sesame seed buns. The reason I'm not using sesame seed buns is because they're about 3 times the price of regular buns, and I could care less about the sesame seed. But if you want authenticity, use sesame seed for yours. Now what I'm doing here is I'm just going to press out 2 hamburgers using parchment paper. I'm going to go ahead and heat up my frying pan. And you want these really, really thin because they will shrink up. That's the whole idea. Now I'm using 93.7 beef, but you can get away with 80/20 very easily. This is what was available in a very small quantity. I didn't really need that much. So just going to press that one out. Go ahead and press this one out as well. I'm going to have a little bit left over probably, which I'll just deal with at the end of this video. So I'm just taking a really small amount. Should be smaller than that. This is at least 1/4 pound that I'm pressing into each burger. And each burger in a Big Mac is only about 1/8 pound. But these burgers are for my own personal consumption, so I'm going to make them however I like. And this is how I like it. Alright. So now that I've got my burgers pressed out, I'll find my spray and just lube my pan just a tiny little bit. I'm using a cast iron here. You can use non-stick or any frying pan that works for you. And I'm just going to put my burgers in. See if they'll both fit. Of course, once they start shrinking up, they'll fit just perfectly. And to those I'm going to put a little salt and pepper. And remember, these are very thin, so they won't take very long at all. Alright, let's start building our sandwich base now. Now, as I mentioned before, I didn't buy the sesame seeds bun because they were like $4, whereas this generic thing here was only $1. So now, the triple decker of the Big Mac has 3 layers. And actually I should have used a better bun because they would have been bigger. These buns are pretty small. So now on your bottom layer, what you're going to have lettuce, pickles, well, not pickles yet, lettuce, onions, and cheese. Oh, and your special sauce. And by the way, special sauce is very, very similar to Thousand Island dressing, so that's what I'm using. So, don't need a whole lot of onion here, so I'm just going to chop up a little bit. I had a half an onion from something I cooked yesterday, so that'll work for me. Just going to shred up a little onion here. And on top of that, there's lettuce, which I'm just going to shred up a little bit of lettuce here for this. And the only other ingredient I'm going to need on here is going to be pickles. So let me go ahead and turn my burgers over. And I'll get my pickle. Alright, here's how I'm going to deal with my bun. It's got a bottom, a middle, and a top. And for the middle, I'm just using 2 bottoms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start making my sandwich itself. So on the bottom layer and the middle layer, I'm going to put the so-called special sauce, which is essentially pretty much Thousand Island dressing. Then I'm going to add my onions, and I'm going to add the lettuce on both layers, And on the bottom layer, I'm going to add my cheese, which you could have done this first, but because the burger's going to help melt the cheese, I'm going to put that on the top there. And on the top layer, I'm going to just put my pickles. Normally they would have 2. I've got a little bit more than 2 there. I've got like 4. All right. So my burgers are getting pretty close to done. On the bottom, there's my burger. And I'll put my middle layer right there. And there's my burger for the top layer. And then I will add my lid, press down, and there you have it. A homemade Big Mac sandwich. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you make your own and try it out. I'm going to take a picture of this and then I'll come back and try it out on camera. Alright, I've taken my picture and let's just bite into this thing and see what we got. Very good. And actually, if I say so myself, a lot better than the real thing. It is the real thing because you made it at home and you made it with real beef and you made this beef the size you wanted to and everything. The only thing different is the sesame seed bun. I could care less about the bun. If you like the sesame seed bun, go ahead and get those. Otherwise, it's made the same way and it tastes great. Well, anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and we'll catch you in another video.